Right, very good. I think you're in the picture.
No.
It's all about me, you see.
Yeah.
Howdy. We're in Denver, Colorado, and we're at the home of Meg and Micah Williams, and it has been very cool here so far. I've done yoga on the rocks and a natural amphitheatre with about 400 other people, maybe more. And
We're at the halfway mark of the tour. This was our goal, was to get to Denver, and now we're going to turn around and head back to Vancouver.
not the same way we came.
A different way, but we've been through a majority of the gigs, and so far I think the tour's been successful.
Yeah.
There've been highs and there's been lows, but all in all it's been a fantastic trip with the family.
Mostly highs. And as a performer, it's been really awesome. I think every gig, pretty much, apart from San Francisco, I've had listening audiences who were stoked to be there, and it was lovely to perform for them. And what's been really interesting on the whole sustainable level has been the learning, really. Like
we just watched a documentary called No Impact Man. If you got a chance, you should watch it. It's about a man in downtown New York, and he lives for a year with his family in their apartment, and they go without electricity. They
grow their own food.
They have a worm farm. They only buy locally from the farmers market. The goal is zero waste, zero rubbish. And watching something like that makes you realise the things that we can do when we get home to be more sustainable and a bit have less of an impact on the planet, I suppose. And
what I thought was really cool that he said is that because we're living so singly these days, and as individuals and not as communities, nobody's accountable to anybody. You know, nobody has to be accountable to other people in their community, because nobody even knows their neighbour anymore. And you know, we kind of take for granted that we live at the Nook, I think, because even in New Zealand, like Ella Lawton from Wanaka got employed by Otago University to do a study to find out Kiwis' carbon footprint, and discovered that as New Zealanders we need 2.1 planets, which is massive. You know, we've only got one.
And I think, yeah, if this guy can do it with his family in downtown New York in a tiny wee apartment, then we are in a much better situation to make it happen on our piece of land. So when we get home, that's what I'm shooting for, is zero waste and growing more veggies. I don't spend much time in the veggie garden, so I'd like to do a lot more of that, and just be more aware.
Absolutely. And just to teach Matilda, you know, when she goes to school, that it's not normal to have everything in your lunchbox packaged and processed. That, you know, she helped grow it, that she picked the strawberries and the beans and the peas, and that she likes eating them because she knows where they came from. And you know, a lot of kids here in the States don't know where milk comes from. They think it comes from the grocery store or from a carton. They don't realise the original source, which is, you know, that's disturbing. So yeah, we've got a, you know, I really thought that if I could go into, we've played in some very non-earth, non-eco homes, and had wonderful hosts, and I thought, you know, to come in and enlighten everyone with my knowledge and my passion for this sustainable thing, and heaps of my ideas. That's Matilda snoring. A defunct here. You know, like you can't always have compost heap here because there's bears,
grizzly bears.
Yeah, so, you know, and that they come rummaging through all the trash, and it's not good for the bears, and it's not good for the people, and you know, not very good for the worms. So, you know, like some of these ideas that I thought I could share, they're kind of defunct here, and you know, and other people were highlighting to me, like Micah, who we're staying with, was saying, you know, if you can go down, you know, if you want to go somewhere and it's 2 miles away, there's no reason to get in a vehicle. You know, everybody, unless it's really physically difficult for them, everybody should be able to walk or bike 2 miles.
Or if you're a contractor and you got a van full of tools. But we did when we were in Portland. We met a man who was the cycling carpenter, and
right.
he had a bicycle and a little trailer, and he rode everywhere to do his work. Carried all his tools and materials on his wee trailer.
Up hillsides.
Up hills, down hills, and he made it work, and people employed him all over the city. So it can be done.
Yeah.
It's all about changing your state of mind.
And, overall as a performer, I think this is a way to travel with your family. This is a way to get to the next gig, and if you really believe that you've got, that back yourself, if you really believe that what you've got to offer is good enough, and you go in and you're really willing to share what people have to offer and be part of their family, then, it's that community thing again. You get to build your community on an international level, and your family too. And it's an awesome way to be a performer. So I encourage other musicians to do this. This is a good way to travel.
Word.
Peace out.